Now if I'm going on full screen, that went. Going on full screen, I can see that. Okay, fine then. So this we have discussed yesterday about the aggregate function, some max, minimum, average, and apart from this we have discussed mod and like operator. So any question on this? And then yeah, assignment. Last assignment I have given on 22nd. No, I think this was the last assignment. Have you guys tried working on this? Any question in it? No, not this one. Ah, yeah, this one, yeah. Any question on the assignment which I have given last week? I will share the solution today. We have not worked on that, so at least you can go through the solution, okay? And then yesterday, I think I have shared some assignment. Any question on this? Yesterday's assignment,
Ye-
5 question I've given.
yes, Tanvir, yes.
Yeah, tell me which question.
Second, to find the topper in each semester.
Okay, let's discuss this one. Let me create the table first of all. So the data. So this is the data in your student table. Where here we have two students, A and B, and each semester, first, second, third, fourth, we have physics subject, and again, first, second, third, fourth, we have chemistry subject in each and every semester. Then for student B as well, same thing. For each and every semester, you have subject physics, and then for each and every semester, you have subject chemistry. So always when you are trying to solve SQL queries, so try to understand the data first. What is the format of data and what the question is. So here they're asking to write a SQL query to find the topper in each semester. Very important. Few of you have solved this question, have tried. That's good, but that was not the correct solution. What I was looking. Okay. So you have to find the topper in each and every semester. Okay. So how to solve this? First of all, you have to find the sum of marks. Semester wise, right? By semester.
But the bucket should be created for the name as well, right? Because here it will collate for a particular semester, it will collate all the sum of marks for A and B all together.
First of all, sorry, you're correct. Very good. It has to create name wise because otherwise it will take the marks
A
of
and
B as well.
B. Yes.
Correct, correct. Good catch. I've created this name and semester. Oh, and then let me sort this as well. Order by so here you can see in first semester A has a score total 150, B has scored total 300, and second semester A has scored 400 and B has scored 400 like that. So now the question is tell me the topper semester wise. That is equal to find the topper in each semester. It means the first semester who is the topper, and second semester who is the topper, third semester who is the topper, and fourth semester who is the topper. So now how to find this? Now what you have to do? So here you got this data. Now consider the first semester marks. First semester A has scored 150 and B has scored 300. So if I will ask you who is the topper of first semester,
B. B.
what will be the answer? B. Then
Yeah.
B has scored 350 and 350 is, sorry, B has scored 300 and that is greater than 150. So that is why B is the topper. Okay. So how to find that maximum? How to write query to find maximum of this two, right? How to find query? How to write query for that? Because now you want the maximum. Yes. Any idea? Any idea, guys? No idea. First of all, you understood the question. Now you got this number that A has a score total 115 first semester. You have added both physics and chemistry of it. B has a score total 300 in first semester. Now you have to find a maximum of this two. Okay. So how to find maximum of this two? So
Maximum of
Max.
sum of marks group by semester.
maximum of, for the sum of marks, now you have to use alias. Sum of marks. Okay. So right here, semester, comma, maximum of sum of marks. So you are telling to SQL engine that from this data, tell me the maximum semester wise. First semester, what is the maximum? Second semester, what is the maximum? And from this inner query. From this inner query. Okay. And then you write group by semester. So here I'm showing you how to write for independent query. Let me execute first. So in first semester, maximum marks was 300. Second semester, 400. No, first of all, let me show you this one.
Tanvir, we cannot use other than aliasing, we cannot use directly that column like sum of marks.
That I will explain you why you cannot use what is the
I
problem with
think
that.
yeah, I was trying that thing only, and like I was not getting the output.
Oh,
I was struggling.
okay, yeah, no problem. I will explain you that. Okay, just give me 1 minute. Explain you that. But good thing, yeah. At least if you're trying, no, then you will come to know all those things. Intentionally, some of these questions which I'm giving, I know that you will get distracted. So that's good. If you're getting fail again, that is good. You're learning something. If you're not trying, so that is not good. So if I've executed this query, I got this output. So if you will concentrate here, first semester it's showing 300. Why? Because for this first semester I have two records and I want to find the maximum of this two. The maximum of this two is 300, right? Similarly, if you will concentrate on the second semester, 400. So they both are same. That's what is saying 400. For third semester, 400. For third semester, we have 400 and 350. So 400 is maximum. So that's why it's giving you 400. So now I got the maximum marks in each and every semester. Before I proceed further, any question so far? Any question? Please ask if you have any question. See again, someone has joined. I have to admit. don't know what is the shortcut for this. Okay.
Tanvir,
Yeah.
the question is topper in each semester. So it should
Ah.
also give the name of that person, right?
Yeah, I will show you that. After this,
Oh,
one more query I have to write. I'm not telling that this is over. After this, I have to write one more query. But so far, any question till here? Is this clear? Everyone understood this? I know this is a little bit complicated. Okay, so here I have written, where is that query? I have written this query, and the output of this query is this data. From this query, I'm just trying to calculate or find out the total marks scored semester wise by each and every student. That's what I've shown here. But after this, we understood, we learned that we have to find the maximum of this two. How many semester we have to find the maximum? So from the first semester, the maximum is 300. Then I have used this subquery. This is very important. That's what I'm stressing again and again. If you have any question, please ask. So here I'm trying to find maximum sum of marks from this data. So it is telling that the maximum of this first semester is 300 and all those things. Is this clear?
Yes.
Okay, good. Now, now here I'm just showing you that in first semester 300 is the total maximum marks. Second semester 400 is the total maximum marks, right? But now the question is, who has scored this maximum marks, right? Who has scored this maximum marks? So 300, who has scored? That is the question. Tell me the student name. So from here, if I will ask you that who has scored 300, so you can tell that, okay, B has scored, right? I will ask you who has scored 400, so you can tell that, okay, yeah, second semester, A and B, they both have scored. Who has scored 400 in third semester, so you can tell that, yes, A has scored 400 in third semester. By looking, you can tell easily, but how to write query for this? Okay, so let's see how we will write query for this. Those who know the concept of join, rank, dense rank, you might be thinking that then that will be very easy. Can do using that, but no, many times you will get the question where they will mention that you should not use rank, dense rank, and all this. So you should know how to solve the questions using multiple methods. Okay. Now this is output you got, and this is giving you that maximum marks scored by in each and every semester. After this, you have two techniques. The one is the CT expression, and the other is again this independent query you can use on top of this. Okay. Now what I will do is, uh, let me explain you with the help of CT expression first. This one. Okay. So far it is clear to everyone. Hope it is clear to everyone so far.
Yes.
Okay. Yes, this will become very complicated. So utilization, failure, this will become very complicated. Let me show you this with the help of CT expression. CT I have not taught so far, right?
Yes.
Okay, then let me introduce this CT now. CT expression. CT stands for common table expression. See that. So first of all, before solving this question, I want to introduce you about CT expression as well. What is CT? Okay, so this is we got some output. So here what I'm doing is, first of all, I've written with test one as, right? So in CT, this is the syntax. So you have to start with this keyword with, and you have to write any name, whatever you want. I've written test one. You can write your name as well, or any other name. This is user defined, and then you have to write as. Why I'm doing this, I will explain you that. Okay, and then I have written this query. You can see this query have just kept this query in brackets, right? And after that, I'm writing select a star from test one. You can see here select a star from test one. So from this, actually, what I'm trying to do is I'm telling to SQL engine that SQL execute this query first of all, and the output of this query you save it or store in this table test one. Okay, I repeat here. What I'm trying to do is I'm telling SQL engine that execute this query and then save the result of this in this temporary table test one. Okay, and then when I'm executing this, it is showing me the output of that query, right? You can see output is there. Now please don't think that why you are doing this. Why answer I will give you later at later point of time. But now just try to understand what is this. Okay. So is this clear so far? So here I am routing the output of this query in a temporary table test one. And then finally I have shown you that in this temporary table test one, I got this output. Is this clear?
Those two query needs to execute it together, the select and
Yeah, this whenever you have to execute, you have to execute the entire query. If you will execute only this, no, this will throw error message. Table of it does not exist. Why?
okay.
Because this table has not been created permanently in the database. Okay. What will happen when you will execute this query? The moment SQL engine will create this temporary table, and after this query will throw you output, it will delete this table. So this is temporary table. So that's why you have to execute the entire query. So when you will execute this, the SQL engine will see that the user is asking to create this temporary table test one. Create this table. It will save the output of this query in this table. And once the query is executed, after that, your SQL engine will delete this table. That's why when you will search for this table, you cannot see the table of it does not exist. So you have to execute this all together in a single. Okay, is that clear?
Yes.
Yes. Okay. So this table actually does not exist. This is temporary table. I'm telling to SQL engine that execute this query and save the data and create a temporary table test one and save this data. So just temporarily SQL engine will create this table test one and it will store the data of this query, and after that it will delete it. Is this clear? Any question? Any question? No? Okay. Good. Now, now this. See what I'm trying to do. Done any mistake?
So there should be comma after some step.
Oh, sorry. Thank you. Okay, now you see, I got this data that in each and every semester, what is the maximum marks, right? And which I have done using this query, okay, which I have shown you earlier. Now here, try to understand what I have done here. Till now, I have taught you this, that I have written this query, and the output of this query will be saved or stored in this temporary table. That is what I taught you so far. After that, I have written this new line number 43 and 44, right? You can see this line number 43 and 44. I'm giving you 10 to 15 seconds of time. Try to think what I'm doing here.
You are creating another temporary table, and then you are executing from the test one.
Okay, good, good.
We
Any
are
other
trying
thoughts?
Sir, you have
Yeah.
created two common tables, sir. And you are from that you are like as per the definition of the inner query, the outer query's output will be the input for the outer inner query output will be the output for the outer query. So here with test one as that means this test one is one expression in this. This output is feed into test 2. Output of test 1 is given as input to test 2. The answer of the test 1 is given to test 2. I think sir, some expression means something which gives the result. So one value is given to the other. I'm also confused. Like test 1 is given to test because when in long time back class you have said that the inner expression output will be given to the outer expression. So here, which is inner, which is outer.
Okay, let's try to understand. Before proceeding, this is clear or not? The one which I have highlighted, is this clear?
Yes.
Here, what I am trying to do is I am telling SQL engine to execute this inner query, this one, and save the result in this test one temporary table. Hope this is clear to everyone. Okay. After this, what I'm trying to do is after this, I've given comma and then I have written test2 as. Test2 as. So it means now I'm telling to SQL engine that please create one more temporary table with the name test2. Okay, with the name test2. Now SQL engine will ask me that okay, I have created this table, but show me the data which I have to save here, right? So I'm telling that execute this query and the output of this query, please save that in this test2 table. Same concept. See here as well, same concept is there. I'm telling execute this inner query and save the result in test1. Then I'm telling here same thing, execute this inner query and save the result in this test2. Same concept I'm telling here as well. Okay. Concept wise, it is exactly same. Is this clear? Now here you might be thinking that Tanvir, in this inner query you have used this test one table. Of course you can use that, not an issue. So from this test one, when I've executed this, I got this value, right? Each and every semester and marks was there. So now I am asking that for each and every semester, tell me the maximum marks, and I'm telling from test one. So I'm telling to SQL engine that execute this test one, and SQL engine will get this data. Then I'm telling that from this data, tell me the maximum marks from each and every semester. So that's why I've shown you select to start from test 2. So you get this data. Each and every semester you're getting the maximum marks. Is this clear entire query?
For the second one, with keyword is not necessary.
Good. With you have used for the first time only. After that, no need to write with. Just give comma and the table name, and then as. Again, if you want to create any more table, comma, test3 as, and write some query. This is the
So
format.
how we identify, sir, which is inner query, outer query? If suppose 4 or 5, like which is inner.
this is
because here you
this
said
is your
with test 1 is inner query, but I am confused. I am thinking that test 2 is as inner query.
you see for test1 table, this is the inner query. Okay. For test2 table, this
For
is
this
the inner
table.
query. Yeah.
Yes. Okay.
Okay. Is there any other question?
But sir, how to get the name?
Ah, I have not completed that. Yeah, I will tell you after this. I'll tell you after this. Any questions so far on this? Now you can ask question that okay, Tanveer, here you are showing that test2 output, but suppose I want to see only test1 output. So yes, you can just write select a star from test1 and execute this entire query. This will give you test1 data. So see here the thing is like you are creating separate bucket for each and every query and you are saving that in a table. This query you're keeping in this table separately. This query is you are storing in this separate table separately. So this is the beauty of CTA expression. You can store your results in separate tables. Now the question is that okay, if I will execute this test2, I got that who has got that maximum mark. Sorry, in semester, what is the maximum? But now the question is, who has scored that maximum marks? Tell me that value, right? So again, I will create or no need to create this. I will do one. But before proceeding, again, I'm asking any question, please ask. No questions? Okay. I will write name, comma, son of alpha between okay, now please check if this is the correct output. Let me show you this. So this is the output. Please verify if this is the correct or not. For first semester, the maximum marks was 300. 300 was scored by B. So yeah, B is the output here. That is correct. For second semester, it was same. So A and B, they both. For third semester, 400 was the maximum marks. 400 was scored by A. For third semester, you have A. Similarly, for 4, you have A. Now this output is correct. Okay. Now let's try to understand this query. Okay. So in this query, what I'm trying to tell is SQL engine. The SQL, I want all the data from test1, right? This was your test1. So I'm telling that I want all the data from this test1 table, but only those records where semester, comma, sum of marks. Sum of marks was areas I have used here, this one. So I'm telling that semester, comma, sum of marks in that should match with the semester and this maximum sum of marks what we have got from test2. That's why I've written here in select a star from test2. It means check match with this semester and this maximum marks. And I want that particular record. So is this clear now? I know this is complicated. If you want, I will repeat, but please ask question.
Sir, can you just go? Can you just tell sir one more time? Just
Sure. I will repeat this, but any other question? Any specific question related to syntax, something else? No? Okay. So what I have done here is, first of all, I have written this query, and this query will give me the sum of marks semester wise and student wise. A in first semester 150, B in first semester 300, right? Similarly, A in second semester 400, B in second semester 400. So for each and every semester, we got the total marks scored by each and every student. That's what I have shown you here. And I have saved the output of this in this table, test1. But then you guys told me that, Tanvir, here we need to find the maximum for each and every semester, right? Then I have used this query, and this query will tell me that semester-wise, what is the maximum marks. So I'm telling SQL engine that get the semester-wise maximum marks from this test1. Okay, and keep that in test2. So when I have executed here, so I can start from test2. So this query is just showing me that maximum marks in each and every semester, right? But now the question is, who has scored this maximum marks? So then for that, what I've done is, then I'm telling that, show me all the data from test1 table where semester comma sum of marks should match with this output, because this output is giving me semester wise maximum marks. That's
yes.
what I've written in
Yes,
select to start from test2.
yes, sir.
Is that clear now?
Yes.
Any question, guys, on this? Anyone who
Sir,
wants me to repeat this? Yeah.
sir, in the first query, written order by semester comma name. Why name is
This is
important there?
at least this. Actually, this is not required. You can remove this now. Okay. Always in inner query, don't write order by. Oh, okay, okay. I think you have asked something different question. You asked that why that is required, right? This is your question is that why you have written semester comma name, right?
Yeah, oh no, sir, why name? Only name.
Okay. See, if I will keep only semester now, so the problem is the name will be sorted in ascending or descending. That is not fixed. See, I've written one semester wise order. So you can see, first of all the other things are ordered in semester wise, right? 1 and then 2 and then 3 and then 4. In 1, then A is coming and B is coming. Here as well, in semester 2, you have A and then B. But what happens sometime when you have 4 to 5 student names or more than that? So you will see that all this name will be ordered in this random manner. Okay, suppose you have ABCD, so they will show you something like DCBA or something like that. So that's what I'm written here, semester common name, that first of all sort based on the semester, and for each semester then check the name and then sort it in ascending order. That's the purpose I've written as semester common name. Although this doesn't make sense here, you are correct, but this was the purpose, that everything should be sorted AB like that. Understood?
Yeah, okay, sir.
But you should not write this order by in the inner query. This will impact the performance. Always try to write order by at the very outermost query, because inner query you want just data from this. You don't want to display this, right? So this is your final data. So that's why you should avoid writing order by in the inner query, because order by, again, you are giving task to SQL engine, and that will impact the performance. Okay, so always order by you have to write at the very outermost query, because order by is just for the display purpose, right? Is that clear?
Yes, sir.
Any other question, guys? Is this question clear? CT expression is clear?
Same thing we can achieve using subquery, right?
Using subquery, this one which I have shown you,
There.
you can achieve this, but this will become very complicated. You
Yeah.
see here, just to get the maximum marks, I have used two subquery. What happened? This one. I have used two subqueries, right? And then again, I have to use one more subquery on top of this. That's what I was using here. That will become complicated, but you can try that as well. Okay. And if you have option of selecting the same column, if you're able to solve using subquery and CT expression, then you should choose CT expression. This is what CT expression. This because this is good from performance perspective. Your subqueries impacts the performance. Okay, so if you have two options of writing same query using subquery and CT expression, so please prefer CT expression. That will impact the performance. You get good performance, good optimizations. Okay. Any other question? Am I audible?
Yes.
Tanvir, can we solve one more problem by using CTX?
Yeah, sure. I think my headphone got disconnected. Yeah, let me connect this. Disconnected. 1 minute, my headphone got disconnected. Let me connect this. One minute, guys. Just will be back in minutes. Yeah, Okay, I'm audible now.
Yeah,
Yes, Tanvir.
Tanvir.
Yes, Tanvir.
Okay, I think there's some problem with the headphone. Fine then. Where is this? Yeah. So, any other question apart from this in this assignment?
Tanvir, can we solve one more city?
Okay, you want to solve one more question based
Yeah,
on
yeah.
CT, right?
Yeah.
Correct?
Yes, Tanvir. Yes, Tanvir.
Okay, okay. So, any other question in this assignment? Please tell me. I will try to solve using CT expression. Second, we have solved 3, 4, 5th. Which one? Tell me randomly which one you want to solve.
Last one.
Which one? First.
Last.
Which one, yeah? Can you
Fifth
repeat?
one.
586.
5.
Hello.
Question
Question
number
number
5.
5. Okay. Write a SQL query to find the overall topper. Okay. Overall topper.
Tanvir, I had one doubt.
Yeah.
Can't we use limit when we are using group by?
Limit and group by, they are totally different.
Like if we want the output and then like if we could limit it to the first row, is that possible at the end?
You're asking in this question to apply limit.
It's like any, like if we can like the fifth one I tried, right?
Mhm. Oh, okay. You tried limit. You can use it in limit, but limit I have not taught so far, no.
Limit was
So,
throwing error. I can tell you my query which I was using for the fifth.
in Oracle that is throwing error, right? Because limit you
Uh-huh.
have to use in Microsoft SQL Server.
Okay.
Okay, that you have to use in Microsoft SQL Server.
So
Okay, when I
limit
will
does
teach
not
you,
work in Oracle.
this will not work here. Here you have top command. Okay, and you can use row num as well. When I will teach you all those things, I will discuss those
Okay.
limits and all those things. Okay.
Okay.
So this is the data of your student table, the student ID, name, subject, and this mass is there. And you have to find the overall topper. Okay. So overall topper means what? Means you have to find the total sum of mass scored by A, total sum of mass scored by B, total sum of mass scored by C, and then D. And then you have to find which is the maximum, right? So, you can do name, comma, sum of marks group by name. Let me execute this. So here you can see for each and every student, it is showing you the total marks scored. That for B, total marks is 165. So you'll check this 80 plus 85, 165. Okay. Now out of this, you have to find who is topper. Who is the topper? So what shall we do after this?
From this table, we have to create like maybe the previous concepts you have said, sir, that with we have to use the previous concepts or with table. We have to use this as one table and another table. You have to you might write in keywords or
Mhm.
something. Not able
Or
to get it.
we can use like sum of marks, give it as an alias, and in the outer query we can use select name, comma, the alias what we have given from this type from this query.
Mhm. Okay. Uh, First of all, is this output clear to everyone? First of all, confirm this.
Yes.
Everyone understood now that how we got this data? Very simple. I am
Group by
calculating the sum of marks partition and group by student name, right? Now, for the timing, forget about SQL. Okay. Now from this, if I will ask you, look at this data and tell me who is the topper. So what will be your answer?
A. A.
A.
Okay, A is the topper. Why do you think that A is the topper?
Max number is high, 184.
Because out of this four records, 185 is the maximum. That's why you're telling this is the topper, right? So now in this data set, from this data set, I have to find the, what I have to find? Maximum.
Maximum.
In.
I have to
In.
find maximum. So I have to find the maximum. So I will use an alias here, sum of marks, and from this I will tell me the maximum sum of marks, right? First of all, I'm telling you with the help of inner query, and then I will explain you with the help of CT expression as well. Okay. I'm telling, tell me the maximum sum of marks from this inner query. So this should give me 185. 185 you got? 185 is there, right? 185 is there?
Yes, sir.
Any questions so far? Hope this is clear. Now we got the maximum. Yeah,
Tanvir, if we use name as well, select name, comma, and then if we group by name, then we will get all the rows, right? Which we were.
Very good. Let me show you that. You have asked the question and you have given the answer as well. If I will use name for my maximum sum of marks, and then if I will write group by name, actually this doesn't make any sense. Why? Because from this query you are telling that for each and every name, tell me the maximum sum of marks. So here in this inner query you have only one name. So for this data B, what is the maximum marks? Only one record. So 165 is maximum for B. C, there is only one record. So 90 is the maximum for C. So we'll get all the records. Because now you're telling maximum for each and every name. So you got all the records. That doesn't make any sense. If you have multiple records with name B, so then out of that it will give you that which one is the maximum. Hope I answered your question.
Yes, yes. But what if we need the name then?
That I will tell you. Yeah, that I will tell you. So is this question clear? First of all, this one is clear. So far, I've just found the maximum marks is 185. Now the question is, who has scored this maximum marks 185? That's the question, right?
Yes.
Correct. Okay. Now I'm writing something. I want you all to understand that.
Tanvir, are you there?
Don't get afraid of all these queries, guys. You got the output first of all? Yes or no? Right? This is the output. Hello, I'm audible.
Yes, sir.
I have shown you this data, no? So in this 185 as the highest marks. So you guys told me that A is the topper. So I've written this query and you got this as a topper. A is the topper, right? So we got the output. Now the question is, what this query is all about? What this query is doing here, right? That's the question. Let me explain you that. Excuse me. See, Now try to understand what I'm doing from this query. Your main query starts from here. This is your main query. And this query has given you the result. This query. So now the question is, what concept I've written in this query? Okay, so here I'm telling that I want sum of marks group by name. I've written name, comma, sum of marks from a student table having sum of marks in. Okay. After this, I've written this query. After this, I've written this query. So I'm telling to SQL engine that show me the sum of marks of each and every student, but but I want that particular sum of marks only. Which sum of marks I want? Which is the highest? This one. This is the highest, no? This is the highest 185. So I'm telling, but I want only that sum of marks, which is the highest. It means the one which is 185. And this 185 you got from this query. So that's why you see I have written this query here that I want from. Execute this query, and from this query, let me keep it like this. Okay. This bracket is for this one. Okay, and then within this bracket I've written this query. And if you see, this query is exactly same as this query. I've just copied and I've pasted here. So what I'm telling to SQL engine that first of all execute this inner query, this one. Okay. So this query SQL engine has executed and it has told me that the maximum marks is 185. Then I'm telling to SQL engine that I want name and sum of marks from a student table, but only that sum of marks which is equal to 185 in this inner query. Is this clear?
Yes, sir. In this, from this, how we identify this whole the two select statements are inner query, sir? Only the select name, some marks from student group by name is inner query.
Here. Okay, I will explain you again. Okay. This is your first inner query. This is the innermost query. First of all, this query will be executed. Okay. When this query is executed, so you are getting the sum of marks of each and every student. This is clear. The inner query is giving you the sum of marks of each and every student. Okay. After this, you told me that we have to find the maximum. But that's why after this I have written this outer query. This one.
This is the outer query.
This is the outer query for this inner query. This will give me the maximum out of this value. So 185 is the output.
Yeah.
So maximum is 185.
Okay.
Okay. Now this data I am using for the outer query. That name sum of marks from a student table having sum of marks. Whose sum of marks is 185. Show me that.
So
data.
here we cannot assume which is inner outer based on what is fed to the outer query. That is inner query in the context.
Yeah. So this is the innermost query. Okay.
Yeah, this is given as the output. Yeah, okay. This is given as the input to this select max.
Yeah. Okay.
Something.
And then this entire query is the inner query, and for this is the outer query.
Sir,
so this is like a nested query.
Nested. Okay, sir. If generally, if you don't explain anything, suppose I got this kind of query from internet, and I want to understand this query. So how, like, if like how we have to deal, sir? Like, is there, like how to break down this into smaller concepts and understand? I don't know. I got some query from the internet, but I want to understand what that query is doing. So how to break down and understand stepwise all that the whole query. Suppose I got some 10 lines query from internet, and like this query is there, sir, but just I want to the right way to understand this, how to go about it. Some query I have seen somewhere, some material, some book or some your tutorial or somewhere XYZ. Any process is there, sir? How to approach it?
Okay. So you have to start with the innermost query. First of all, see what is the innermost query. Execute that.
Okay.
Then
inner
see
postcode.
the outer
Ah.
query to that.
Okay.
Then after this, look at the outer query to this.
This.
So you have to always start
Okay.
with the innermost query, and then you have to execute the
Ah.
outermost query.
Okay. Okay. So
So is this clear, guys, everyone? Or anyone who wants me to
Yes,
repeat
sir.
this?
Yes, sir. Select
Anyone who wants me to repeat this? Is this clear?
group.
Guys, please tell yes or no.
No, sir. Clear. Sir. Understood
Ah,
some concept.
For you, I understood that you understood.
Yes.
I am asking others if they understood this. Anyone who wants me to repeat this?
I think
Can
time
we
is
re-
over.
can we read it? It is, seems to be a little bit complicated. We should work on this, then only we will come to know.
Yes, sir. That is very useful, important.
We will try to
So
work
if
on
you
this
want,
today. If anything else required, we can connect more on this.
yeah, sure. But now, if anyone wants me to repeat, please tell me. I know this is complicated. That's why I'm giving time to this query.
Sir,
Shall
this
I tell
group,
this again?
no, sir, group by name, the last 75 numbers, sir, when that is coming into, I mean, it's the part of the outermost one only, no, sir. Select name, some marks,
Yeah,
one student.
this is a part of this query.
Outer.
You have used here name, sum of marks, so you have to use
Okay.
group by name.
Group by name. This bucket.
Okay, so you go through this, okay, and let me know if you have any doubt. So now the same query you can solve using CT expression as well. Okay, so I have 2 minutes. I'll try to explain you.
So
At
one
with
doubt
test
I am
one
having
and
only.
yeah, please.
So at line number
Yeah, please tell me.
67, we are having some marks or some mark as a column, but we do not have this column in the inner queries. So are we comparing just the records or just name of the column?
See, it is not necessary that the same column which you are filtering should be present in the inner query. Your concern is valid, but the rule is like the same. It is not mandatory that the same name should be present in the inner query. I'm here. I'm here bothered about the data only. I'm telling to SQL engine that execute this one, and whatever output you are getting, just match that output with this value, sum of marks. So I'm just telling that this 185 should be equal to sum of marks. So naming is not important here. Is that the question what you have asked?
Yes. Got it.
Yeah. So naming is not important. Suppose if your requirement is you have to use average, you can use average here. That will also work. Maybe like in some other question, if you have this requirement, that will also work here. Okay, but if you have used so that will also work. So that doesn't mean that the same thing should be present here as well. No, it's not like that. And this is common in the entire SQL query, not only for this example. Any other query you use, you can write any column name. But that should make some business sense, of course, but you can use that. Any other question?
So what if
No?
we are having two columns? So would there be any sort of conflict in having?
Two columns. What two columns? Sorry, can you
I mean,
elaborate
if we are
the
having
question?
if we are having two columns in line number 70 of
Then
max
that will be a
some
problem, of course. Correct. Suppose here I have name as well. Suppose that will be a problem because here sum of marks, because here this inner query will give you two output. Okay, this two output will be coming, and the outer query you are use only one. So this SQL engine will get confused that I have to map this sum of marks with name or sum of marks with maximum sum of marks. So that will be a problem, and that will throw error message. Okay, that will be a problem in that case.
in that case we would have to explicitly mention the column.
Yeah. So in that case, if you see, if I will execute this query, this will throw error message. Too many values. Why? Because here you have used only one. And this inner query is giving you two values, name and sum of maximum sum of marks. So SQL engine will get confused that I have to match this sum of marks with which column, with name or maximum sum of marks. That's why this is throwing too many values. Error message.
Got it.
Okay. Any other question? You want me to continue with the city expression for the solution now, or shall we take it tomorrow?
Can do it today itself.
I think, but others might be there be having some official task. So
Okay,
fine then.
no problem.
We will
No problem. You
take
can
this.
carry on. No problem. You can carry on. We'll try to solve it and then we'll try to provide.
Yeah. You try to solve this using city expression. This question. Okay, overall
I think
topic.
the same query will be repeating here also.
Same query you have to repeat. You can try that. Okay.
Okay.
Fine then, but please go through this recording today. Okay. And this inner query. Why I have shown you using inner query? After this, I will show you using city expression. And then you will realize that, okay, this city expression is very useful, because here you can see we have used nested query, inner query, and then outer query, again outer query. Okay. And then I will show you this with the help of city expression. That will be very easy to solve the question. Okay. We'll see that tomorrow. Okay. But please revise the class today, and then we will see some more complex queries tomorrow.
Sure.
Okay, then. If anyone have any question, you can stay. Others, you can drop here. Thank you. Take care. Bye. Any question, anyone?
Thank you.